Southampton celebration party at St Andrews, but Birmingham City believed that victory over Southampton would be enough to ensure Premier League status. And clearly, so did the home support, buoyant after the weekend victory over Charlton. They've had some new heroes to hail in the second half of this campaign. Among them, Christophe Dugarry, a scorer at the Valley and fit to start here despite a groin strain. Saints striker James Beattie is neck and neck with Thierry Henry on 22 goals in the race to be the league's top scorer this season. Birmingham unchanged after 5 wins in 7 games. Other mid-season arrivals like Matthew Upson and Stephen Clements also undoubted successes. The cup finalists looking to end the season in their highest league position. One change after their victory over Leeds. Brett Ormerod rested, Rory Delap returning in midfield, Anders Svensson moving up front. 9 points clear of the bottom 3, Birmingham boss Steve Bruce knew his team could make the closing weeks of the season far easier to cope with. At St Andrews, Martin Fisher.
Hughes trying to get there ahead of Telford and Haston. Might line up the shot here, it does, and it's a terrific stop by Paul Jones. Brian Hughes scored here against Sunderland the week last Saturday, and so close to opening the scoring here again. Savage is onside, the flag has stayed down. Robbie Savage for Birmingham goes down under the challenge of Michael Svensson. Nothing given. That was the slightest of touches, if there was one. He feels he had a case. Superbly away from Delap and away from Oatley. This could be a bit special. It's Dugarry! Terrific stop by Jones. That deserved a goal. And would have been but for him. Svensson for Southampton. Bennett was out quickly, but not quickly enough. And Anders Svensson has given Southampton the most unlikely lead. He certainly cannot believe it. They've been on the back foot throughout the opening 25 minutes, and from Beattie's little flick on, Anders Svensson got it behind Upson, nudges it beyond Bennett, and Southampton are in front. Horsfield in behind Bridge, away from Svensson. Jeff Horsfield for Birmingham. And Jones makes the save. Horsfield will feel he can get hold of it with sufficient power after drifting away from Michael Svensson. Dugarry once more. And the Svenssons lead the charge for Southampton. Anders Svensson for Beattie. Great ball, Beattie. Excellent save by Bennett. Close to 7 in 7 there, James Beattie. Brett Ormerod on as a second half substitute. Ormerod on for Delap. Ormerod, that's good skill away from Kennett. Nobody in the middle waiting for the cross. Svensson forced wide. Not a bad effort, a great save by Bennett. A strong palm away by the Birmingham keeper. Svensson close to a double for Southampton. This is Horsfield, held up by Svensson, who does well. And Bridge to clear and tidy up towards Beattie. A bit loose, only as far as Lazaridis. Can he spin away from Telfer? There's the cross. Oh, and Hughes was arriving and Horsfield took it off his head. Front. Beattie. He's turned Cunningham. James Beattie for Southampton. Great run. Good save by Bennett. Fantastic centre-forward play by James Beattie. Devlin faced by Bridge. Devlin with the cross. They're queuing up. It's fallen for Savage. Will it fall down for him? It will. And it's blocked by Beattie again in the penalty area. Another foul, this time by Brutton on Johnson. It's Dugarry. It's round the wall and it's in! Christophe Dugarry! Boy, has he deserved a goal today, and boy, has he delivered. 3 in 3 for the Frenchman. Celebrations that probably suggest that Birmingham not just feel a sense of justice at last today, but also that a point might be good enough for Premiership survival. Another throw from Oakley. Svensson's up there. Higginbotham to nod it back towards the penalty area. Cleared by Johnson. Forwards from Bridge. Svensson has stayed up. He's fallen for Ormerod! What a response from Southampton. And the second half sub, Brett Ormerod, certainly has rediscovered how to finish. 3 in the last 3 for him, and no second invitation. Great finish. Dugarry. Horsfield was onside, the flag has stayed down. Jeff Horsfield for Birmingham has to go himself. Poor first touch, couldn't take it in his stride. Hughes! Great finish by Brian Hughes! All square again! Terrific play by Brian Hughes after the legwork by Horsfield. It's ebbed and flowed, and with 11 minutes to go, it's all square once more. John for Birmingham, away from Svensson, away from Higginbotham, keeps it in play. What's the cross like? Not bad, Dugarry! 3-2 Birmingham! He cannot believe it! The roof has come off for St Andrews. Dugarry put it away, but let's give credit to Stern John. That's a terrific cross. And what a finish! Oh, he's turning on all the bits now. Dugarry scored 2, and he's picked out Horsfield with a gem of a ball. Horsfield! Who's to say that wouldn't have gone in? Referee Steve Bennett looks at his wristwatch. He's played 3 minutes of added time now. The whistle to the lips. It's over here, and surely Birmingham's worries of relegation are over as well. Christophe Dugarry has made such an impact.
I said it after a week here that he's possibly the best player this club's ever seen, and if he keeps producing like that, he's got that bit of magic which gets you off your seat and you just go, "Oh, what a player."
His performance today was exceptional in many facets of the game. I thought his performance as a player was fantastic. I thought his performance as a personality was too great for anybody to handle on the pitch. And I mean anybody.
Can the Hammers pull off the great escape against Borough? That's after the rest of the goals with Steve.
Newcastle kept faith with the team beaten at Fulham. Alan Shearer looking to score for the 4th game in a row against Villa. The inclusion of Steve Staunton was the only change for the visitors. He replaced the injured Joey Goodjohnson. Newcastle had lost their last 3 against Everton, Manchester United and Fulham. The race for Champions League places is turning into quite a battle. This too was proving to be a bruising contest. The clash of heads between Alan Shearer and Gareth Barry after 11 minutes left Shearer needing stitches. Both players were bandaged, and Barry's composure seemed to be thrown off balance. It was turning into a lousy day for Gareth Barry. After fouling Dyer, his protest turned him a booking, and Newcastle an extra 10 yards. Solano and Viana were poised and ready. A brilliant free kick. The Peruvian's 3rd goal in his last 5 league games, and judged to perfection. Sir Bobby Robson's seen his championship challenge evaporate in the last 2 weeks. His biggest fear is that now the title's out of reach, they also fail to finish at least fourth. Shearer, for one, is prepared to shed blood for the cause. Villa's walking wounded didn't make it out for the second half. Barry replaced by debutant Pete Whittingham. He made quite a first impression. Shay given at full stretch. The warning signs were there. At another change saw Dion Dublin replace Thomas Hitzelsberger. Less than 5 minutes after his arrival, a foul by Viana and Villa a free kick. Staunton had only one target in mind. Dublin had been available after suspension for the Chelsea game at the weekend, but Allback was kept in and scored 2 goals. Suddenly new potency in Villa's play. Only one outfield player has played every minute of every game in the Premiership this season. It's Villa defender Olof Mellberg. Now you know why. Newcastle travel to Sunderland on Saturday with pressure to reach the Champions League growing.
I still feel, you know, we can do it. I realise everybody is a little nervous. We try not to be. It's in the hands of, you know, the players and technical staff, and I'm included in that. We just hope to see it through and bring Champions League football to St James's Park next year. If we don't get it, it'd be an absolute tragedy for us. But we're not thinking like that, and we're not talking about it like, and we're not talking like that.
You have the ultimate